Your time and attention are your two most important resources. Practicing discernment is vital to any good life that you wish to live. Television, your phone, video games, they're all fun ways to spend your time. Reading, however, is without doubt one of the greatest ways to exchange your resources in return for the most value. This is not hyperbole, it's the truth, and you should try it. To do this, first you must listen and open yourself up to the possibilities created by a good book. When we read, we enter a new world of words written by great minds, both past and present. The first time we enter such a world, we soon realise that we are included in the conversation started by the author. This surprises us, as it is rarely expected. Yet this is what generation after generation of readers find the first time they surrender to a great text, one which has been carefully curated for their maximum pleasure. Books offer the reader, you and I, the chance to stand on the shoulders of greats. We can devour the life's work of a genius in a single sitting. We are invited into a conversation on matters that truly affect our being. Where did we come from? Where are we going? What makes us tick? What's the texture of the world and the truth of the communities we live in? You see, words make up language, which is the currency of good social interaction. They provide us with an opportunity to exchange ideas and to cultivate wild plans to transcend ourselves, and in doing so transcend our culture. When we encounter a good book, we are still surprised by how easy we can lose ourselves in a faraway world. By being fully immersed in the thoughts and dreams of another, our perspective gains so much and is infinitely bettered by the interaction we have with the author. Curious? Good. It's very straightforward. Just pick up a book and start reading, listening to what the author is trying to tell you. This is the first thing. This is all for now. There will be time for study if you choose later. But first, it's important just to work on the act of reading itself, leisurely and thoughtfully. We need to get a feel for these stories, theories, lessons, and poems which invite us into a personal revelation. The ink that splashed the page can offer an escape from the suffering of your own reality. There is a glimpse into a realm of far distant place where there is more justice and perhaps a better understanding of our true nature. Or there can be a metaphorical slap in the face to jolt you with the truth that there is beauty in the suffering of our day-to-day world. Sure, you won't always find what you are looking for, but what you need to know the most tends to find you, at times when you are least expecting it, but perhaps when you most need it. I am by no means trying to sell you a dream. Fairy tales are aplenty in the world of books, but great lessons can be learned by taking on the messages contained within them. No, I am not saying reading will always be easy, or even fun. Often the books worth reading challenge your intellect, and in a world full of distractions, trying to focus on something which doesn't trigger a dopamine response can be very difficult. Just as many people now practice how to be mindful during meditation, reading can be viewed through a similar lens. This is not your phone. Your brain may initially wilt from the lack of notifications it is receiving. Yes, it can be difficult, and yes, your thoughts may quickly meander elsewhere. But stick with it, and in time you will be all the better for it. You see, a good book enters a complex relationship with you. It will help you, teach you, and train you. It will correct you when you are wrong, and enable you to prize discipline in your daily life. A good book can love you, despite your unlovable qualities. A good book can save you. A good book doesn't have to be an escape from a reality, and often it's the very opposite. It will plunge you into a hyper-reality, more reality, real, objective reality. A healthy dose of sense of duty can come over to you as you finally appreciate that you haven't quite made it just yet. A good book suggests that there is probably more work to be done. A good book will not force any of this on you. No, it will give a personal address, inviting, commanding, challenging, rebuking, comforting, and directing, but not forcing, not coercing. You will be given space and freedom to answer, to wring the necessary changes that you will want to do because of your new insights. As we read, we see, perhaps for the first time, that there is a connection between the words read and the words lived. Everything that you read can be lived by you, if you choose to. Often allow this question in your mind as you read is not, what does this mean? But how can I live this? My suggestion is that when you pick up a book, you read it personally rather than impersonally. Read so that you can not only receive wisdom on how to improve your own life, but you send out ripples into those on the edge of your own existence. A good book will take you out of your own preoccupations and remove you from your own ego, even if just for a few minutes. You will come across words and sentences that stab you awake to a transcendent beauty that connects you to all things that truly matter. At this moment, you will be asked the most difficult questions that cut straight to your core. Be sure to answer.